Hello everybody, thank you for coming and welcome. I am Sally Cordova from the LAMA Training by McKee Consulting, and it's February, which means it's Love Your Customer Month. We at McKee Consulting have been doing Love Your Customer Month for years every February, and because we're doing these webcasts now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you some lessons this month on how to show your customers you love them. Okay, so thank you for being here. We're going to try to inspire you to show your customers that they are loved. We love you. That's the reason we provide these free webcasts to you every month. They are recorded so you can watch them over and over again, or you can share them with your friends, share the links to get to the webcasts. Please share with your friends and coworkers. We are here to serve you. So let's talk about a little bit who we are, and then we'll get into the lesson. So if you're new to the LAMA training or new to knowing about McKee Consulting, we are contact center trainers. We've been in business since 1979 and we love what we do. And so Love Your Customer Month just works for us. We are communication skills trainers. We train frontline agents with instructor-led training. We train managers and coaches and supervisors how to be positive coaches. And we do all that instructor-led, as well as we have web-based training and remote training. We do web-based training with our e-learning called LAMA University, and we also do private webcasts and webinars for our customers. So let's talk a little bit about February, Valentine's, and why we're all here. So it's Valentine's, it's February. Some people like to celebrate it, some people not so much. Some people say, well, I love my partner, my wife, my husband every day, and of course you do. And I love my customers every day. But Valentine's kind of brings it out to us. And what we do on Valentine's, right, is we give gifts. We give chocolates, we buy cards. Well, what we're going to do with this today is learn how to communicate clearly that acknowledgement, because that's why we're buying those gifts and the cards. It's because we love the people that we play with and work with, and love the people that we love, and we want to stop and give them a gift. And that's what we're going to do with this webcast today, is give you a gift and show you how you can show your love to your customers. So it's about demonstrating and acknowledging one another. Let's get started. So one of my gifts to you, one of our gifts to you are these webcasts. We're going to give you some great ideas. I'm going to show you actually in LAMA format, and I'll explain LAMA in a minute to those of you that don't know it. And we're going to talk about how to do this with both your external customers and your internal customers. And internal customers, of course, I mean your employees, coworkers, and people you work with. External customers are your regular customers. All right? So what is the LAMA technique and how does it work? Well, LAMA is an acronym that stands for Listen, Acknowledge, Make a Statement, Ask a Question. When you speak in this format, in a conversation, you will be guiding that conversation. Now, it all depends on what you want to guide it about, is how you fill in the blanks for what is listen, acknowledge, make a statement, ask a question. So let me show you. Listen to the needs of the customer. Listen to what they have to say. What are they asking? That's normal. You will usually do that. Acknowledge what they heard with words and phrases, meaning tell the person that you heard what they said to you. Okay? And then you make statements. Now that's where you talk about sales, customer service, retention. If you're using LAMA to coach people, it's where you make your coaching messages. But all of these statements are what most people do naturally. Okay? And now it's going to be about making each of these steps valuable and using them to their maximum potential. Then you end on a question. Always end on a question that moves the conversation forward. Now we do that because we want to keep it conversational. We want it to be a two-way conversation. We're comfortable with that. When you learn the LAMA technique and you get really good at it, it is very easy to guide conversation for the rest of your life. All right? So today we're going to go over a few LAMAs you can use to show your customers you love them. And then we also have the other free tools that we're going to give you. The Taco Tuesdays, which stands for Trainers, Agents, and Coaches, Oh My. And Quick Fix Fridays, that Judy McKee does the first Tuesday of the month and the second Tuesday of the month, and the fourth Friday of the month. Those are also free gifts to you from us. All right? So why are we showing the love to our customers this month? Why does this work? Well, because it does. People like to be acknowledged. People need that acknowledgement. It works in so many different ways, whether it's the internal or the external customer. So we're going to talk about how to tell people they're valuable, how to let the customers know they did the right thing by calling. We're going to make sure that they get it, that we thank them for calling us or working with us. And we want to teach you how to say it out loud so that you can build on these examples that I'm going to give you. And I'm going to just give you a few examples, but you'll see where I'm going with this, and you can build on it your own all month long, because it's Love Your Customer Month, all of February, baby. Okay, let's do this. All right, so the first LAMA is going to be a customer service LAMA. So we know that customers are going to call and complain every once in a while, or they have an issue or a problem of some sort. And we want to love them for letting us know this, that we need that information to be able to run our business as well, to correct mistakes, and to really build the relationship with the callers and the customers. So we want to welcome that call, even if they happen to have a problem or if they're upset. So show that love to the customer by letting them know you're happy that they called. So one LAMA might look like this. So the customer calls in, they let you know they have a problem. They say whatever it is they say. Now, in the kind of pinkish, purplish on the slides, is where you're going to show them the love. What are you going to say that shows them the love? So the first thing is the acknowledgement. Say something like, you called the right place, or you did the right thing, or I'm really glad you called. Immediately, upset people get diffused when you do this, because you know what? Sometimes customers feel awkward about calling in with complaints. They feel embarrassed that they have to do this, but they also feel the need to do it. So we want to welcome that complaint, welcome that problem, welcome that issue, because that gives us a chance to build the relationship with that customer. Then you're going to make your statement. And there's a little room in here to do a little bit more acknowledging, a little bit more showing them that love. Saying, a lot of companies call this like a willingness statement. I'd be happy to look into that for you, or I'd be happy to take care of that for you. Don't just say it because you're required to say it. Say it because you mean it. You are happy to look into it because that's your job and you like your job and you want to do your job skillfully and you want to do it well. So say it out loud. It's okay. Then end on your question to continue the conversation and begin the customer service. And that question is something as simple as, may I ask a couple of questions to get this started? There's a LAMA, listen, acknowledge, make a statement, ask a question, that begins the conversation but also lets the customer know you care and you're interested and that they are valuable. Next, let's talk about sales. So we did a customer service LAMA, now we're going to do a sales LAMA. Now I'm setting this up as an inbound sales LAMA, and of course we love an inbound call in sales, right? Because that's what we call a buying signal. They are very interested if they call us and have a question, even a problem, because it means if we can resolve that, they're a little more likely to buy. All right? So let that customer know they're valued also. This is going to sound pretty similar to the last LAMA, but we shake it up here and there a little bit. So listen to the customer's question. I have a question about this product. Acknowledge it. Perfect, you called the right place. Or I'm glad you called, or you did the right thing by calling. Very familiar, very much like the last LAMA, still works great. Then make a statement. I'm happy to answer your questions or concerns. Now you only say concerns if they tell you they have a concern, but other than that, I'd be happy to answer your question. And then add an extra little phrase to show again that you care, that you love, that you are interested, and that they are valuable. Say right out loud, your satisfaction is important to us. And of course, mean it. That's when it really works. Really talk to your customer. Then end with your question to move the conversation forward. Question like, well, what can I answer for you today? Now you've got it. Now let's do this one all the way through. So perfect, I'm glad you called today. I'm so happy to answer any questions or concerns you might have because, you know, of course, your satisfaction is important to us. So what can I answer for you today? See how good that feels? It's what you usually say, but really say it and mean it and add those extra phrases that you care. So now let's talk a little bit about sales, maybe account management. So you have pretty regular customers, right? And you want to show them you love them this month. You know what's a great idea? Don't even try to sell them something. Just call them up to say hello and to say thank you and to tell them that they're valued. Now, we usually send maybe business gifts at Christmas time or something, but you know what? Right now, just call them up to tell them you care, because the neatest thing happens. When you call people just to say hello, just to say thank you, just to let them know they're valued, they get it, that they are an important and integral part of your business, and they might just buy something for you, or you just build the relationship. But guess what? It's not just building the relationship, it's building the relationship, right? That's what we want to do with our customers. So sometimes just call them up and say hello, because it works. Next, let's talk about the internal customer. This is me calling all managers, right? We're talking about employees, associates, team members, other managers, just coworkers in general. Making sure you take the time to say thank you to them and let them know they're valuable. Again, we all need each other for this stuff to really work, right? So I'll tell you a little bit about when I used to be a manager. So I was a manager for a grocery store for several years. I worked for a grocery store for 25 years before I did this for a living. Now, I was not the manager you wanted to work for. I was kind of a jerk. We call her Old Sally. She doesn't really exist anymore except in my head. And one of the reasons I wasn't a great manager is because I forgot to say thank you to my internal customers. External customers loved me, but the internal customers is where I lacked skill, because, I don't know, I had a blockage about saying thank you to people for doing exactly what I paid them to do. But now I got it, that when I say thank you to people for doing what I pay them to do, guess what? They do it better. You actually get results from this. Plus, you always mean it in your head. Now it's about doing it purposefully and making sure you say it out loud. So I have some tips from the Positive Coach Approach, which is our program for training managers and supervisors how to coach individuals, all right, about walk-by coaching. All right, so in walk-by coaching, it's about giving praise, walking around and giving acknowledgments and praise, just like you do with your family on Valentine's, right? They're part of your family already. They're already there, yet you're going to stop and say, I love you. Let's do that with our internal customers, with our employees. All right. Now, one of the things Old Sally had trouble with when it came to saying thank you to people is sometimes I felt like I was going to be fake if I said thank you, because it seemed like they were doing exactly what they were supposed to. Thank you for the ordinary was awkward. But then I learned about the three-party promise. And the three-party promise is this. Anything we ask people to do at work, it's going to work for one of three parties. And the three parties are the business, the customer, and for the agent themselves. So if we're talking agents, for example, on a phone call. If they make a sale, it works for the business because the business makes money. It works for the customer because they get what they were looking for. They get a product or service that they want. And it works for the agent because they did their job well. All right? So all three of these angles work every time. Because there's three parties in each conversation. There's you, there's me, and then there's a reason we're speaking. Okay, and that's usually the business. So if you want to get good at saying thank you to people, a great way to do that is pick one of those three angles and be specific on who it works for. Which of those three parties does the action the employee took, who does it work for, and thank them from that angle. So let me show you that with a LAMA. So here's their Positive Coaching LAMA. Notice what the team member, agent, associate did correctly, right, or skillfully. That's your listen. Now acknowledge them. Use their name. Bob, that was really great. You just did blankety blank, and be as specific as you can, and you did that really well. Then make a statement. Now this is where you enhance that acknowledgement, so it's not just a thank you. It's a thank you, but then a description of what exactly they did, who exactly it worked for. That's when you know it's a real thank you. And that employee, that other person you're thanking, really gets that they did something to earn this thank you. That's huge. Say something in a statement like, when you do it like that, one of those three parties benefits because here's how it works. All right? Then you ask a question. Now, this is the fun part about this. You ask this question because you want to keep the conversation going in a positive way about their positive behavior and what they did well on their job today. So make sure you phrase this question in a way that lets that person respond with a little self-esteem and showing that they know what they're doing. Okay? So let me read it all the way through to you now. So, Bob, that was really great. You just made that offer on that product really well. When you do it like that, you know, it benefits the business because, of course, when you offer it that nicely, you're going to get a sale. And, of course, it helps you, too, because you're incentivized for every one of those sales. So that was a great way to do that. Now, what did you like best about how you did that interaction, about how you presented that offer? Or, a different question, that was really awesome. What made you try it that way this time? And let them talk about their success and how they did well. This internal customer llama is going to make giving compliments easier, showing that you care about your employees, showing them that they're valuable, showing that you love them. Because it's Love Your Customer Month. This really works. So that's pretty much the end of the lessons today. Okay, so let's just finish this up. Remember to show your customers love this month. Find ways to acknowledge and let people know that they're important to you, just like you do with Valentine's with the people in your life that are important to you there. Doesn't mean you have to buy them chocolates, but if you want to give them a gift, you can. Tell them with words of praise and acknowledgement that you know they are valuable. If it's an external customer, just thank them for being a customer. Tell them that it's important that they call and that you're happy to speak with them and happy to work with them. Say those words out loud. Don't just imply them, say them out loud. Same thing with your internal customer. Use that three-party promise idea. Who does it work for? Acknowledge with the business, with the customer, how it works for the customer, how it works for that individual agent, and it's going to work for you. Okay? And if you have a chance to give a gift, go for it. I happen to have a couple right here because I'm just a big kid, right? These little cute little candy hearts that I used to get when I was a little kid, I still buy them, which is why they're here in my office today. Because it feels great to give that little gift that just says, I care about you and I know we are in a relationship. And that relationship, whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, is of value. Okay? So take the time to do that. Our gift to you are these webcasts, and we are happy to do them because we do love our customers and we love what we do. We are passionate about training, passionate about communication, and we really want to make your job easier, more fun, more interesting, and more successful. But of course, wait, there's more. Don't forget, there's those Taco Tuesdays. Let me say it right this time. The second Tuesday of every month. And the Quick Fix Friday is the fourth Friday of every month. We also have the newsletters, and please, keep an eye out on Facebook. We have a Facebook page called the LAMA Training by McKee Consulting, and we could use a few more likes on our page. And plus, there's little videos and tips and reminders about when these webcasts are available and when the Taco Tuesdays and Quick Fix Fridays are. Plus, inspirational quotes all the time, because that's what we love to do, is inspire you to love your jobs and to love your customers. Also, each month, if you're a subscriber to our LAMA University, which is our e-learning subscription, where you can have access to training courses that we do in an e-learning format, each and every month we're going to add a new what we call a LAMA to Go, which is a short 5 to 8 minute video training on one subject or another, and we're going to match those new LAMA to Go's to the theme of the month. So this month's theme is Love Your Customer. I'm going to redo some of these kind of things for those LAMA to Go's. Okay? So look forward to that if you're already a subscriber. And then lastly, of course, just thank you for being here today. I know your time is valuable, and I know you have a lot to do, and watching these webcasts and sharing these webcasts with your friends, they are our gift to you each and every month, and we're happy to do this for you. Okay? So call us anytime to talk about how LAMA might work for you. Advice is always free, right? And call us. We're in the phone business. We are totally willing to pick up the phones and call you back. Okay? And when you're ready, we know that you know where to find us. right? When you're ready for our paid subscriptions, please, and our paid services, please look into the different courses we have on our website, on the instructor-led, and on the company website, McKeeConsultingLLC.com, and our e-learning website, which is called LAMAtraining.com. So check both of those out, and we hope to see you here next month for our March Madness. I'm not sure what the theme for next month is yet, but it's going to be great. Have a great day, and again, thank you so much for being here.